This week's safety toolbox talk and text is on abrasive wheel safety. What is an abrasive wheel? Let's take a look at some of our tools. A grinder, diamond blade, carborundum blade. We've got the guard on the grinder, right? We've got a guard on a partner saw. We've got a guard on a skill saw, whether we're using a regular skill saw blade or a carborundum blade. Guards are critical. But what about our PPE? When these carborundum blades or fragments of what we're cutting are flying at us. You know, Berglund's policy when we're using abrasive wheels, we're jackhammering or demoing or cutting something that's shooting off sparks, is the safety glasses and a full face shield. In addition to long Kevlar sleeves for your arms. So we're talking about tools, we're talking about required personal protective equipment. But in my OSHA 30 hour, when I covered hand tools throughout the years for an hour, we saw some graphic photos of when these carborundum blades, whether used on a grinder or a skill saw, shattered and the fragments go in every direction. We had a significant injury to a wrist years back on one of our projects. We had a significant injury to a gentleman that was bent over and a piece of that carborundum came up and caught him in the cheek, and even though he had a face shield, that had fallen forward. These abrasive wheels on, say you're grinding tools or sharpening tools on a stationary sharpener per se, that's another abrasive wheel. There's so many tools that we use that have high RPM abrasive wheels that can cause significant injury to our flesh, our faces, to the people around us, that we need to think about how they're installed, that we have the guards on them, and that we're wearing appropriate PPE. So once again, when I'm using a tool that has a rotation wheel on it, a carborundum wheel, inspect that wheel for any defects and cracks, make sure it's tight to the tool, make sure the guard is on the tool, and let's confirm that we have the appropriate personal protective equipment so we do not harm ourselves, because these injuries continue to happen on all of these construction projects with primarily our subcontractors, but at any day, on any time, something like this can happen. So let's talk a little bit about what's in our gang box today. What abrasive wheels? Do we have partner saws? Are we saw cutting concrete with diamond blades and walk behind machines? The rotation of wheels causes fragments to fly. Let's talk about that this week. Let's have a safe day. Let's have a safe week. Thank you.